Hey, Charles.
What's going on?
Oh, mate, I'm lucky I can still log into high level like everybody else. I haven't been scammed out of my logins yet. Did many people go down? Hey,
Hello.
Dora.
I don't think there's been any compromised accounts as of yet.
Yeah,
Um, Last I heard, but it's one of those things when it came up, it's kind of like if you know it's not that big of a deal, like it's like, this happens every day,
yeah,
all day.
yeah,
But if you don't know, it is scary.
mm,
Like if you just don't understand it,
yeah,
if you're new to the tech world or have
mm,
never, it can be scary. It's just you're scared typically of what you don't know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then your mind starts racing and thinking all these absolutely crazy ideas, and then it's you know just makes it worse. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, we know high levels made it now. People are trying to scam high level users. Welcome to the big time. It's not just
that
banks.
was my first response. I was like, well, HighLevel's made it. They've got people trying to do this now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what
How are
happened?
you?
I missed it.
Oh, there was a big scam thing where people were sending it out an email and getting them to log into Go High Level or something along those lines, wasn't it, Charles? And it's all
Yeah.
phishing scam, phishing scam.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
that's when you know you made it.
Yeah.
But most importantly, Dora, you made it here because I know that they were having problems with the links, and I was messaging them in Slack relentlessly, saying, "What's going on with the links?"
yeah, so I'm glad they came up with one name. It's the Agency Alliance Coaching. So all of my meeting invites have that in there now. So
Yeah, I got them to work all of that out. It was getting a little bit weird. Hey, Jackie.
Hiya.
How you going? How's your week been?
Good. I think I spend a lot of time on Zoom calls with Externally and Go High Level, but I'm still here.
Good ones or bad ones, though?
Mixed,
Mixed, okay.
mixed. Not from want of trying.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
yeah.
there's my mate Mike. Mike was at the Birmingham event with me on Monday. There was a GHL event at Birmingham, and you won best dressed, didn't you, Mike?
I did. I did. I won 4 bottles of Peroni for my lovely festive red jacket.
Well, that's better than nothing, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And g'day, Adam, and there's a few other people come in. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate it. This is nothing official, nothing certified or anything like this. It's a chat about high level and how you're using it, what problems you're having, what's happening, and all of that sort of thing. I'll pass on some wisdom. Charles will correct me and make it correct, a correct explanation. But yeah, having a bit of fun as well. But Dora, I saw you throw your hand up there.
yes. Okay, so quick question actually for Charles. I was curious. Um, I am starting a new campaign, and I'm using my video that I had created to drive traffic. To educate people on the tool of the CRM. Um, and I know when we last spoke, you mentioned that in your process, you automatically send people into the onboarding. And I was curious, at what point between when they click to purchase and go to onboarding do you install the snapshot that they need?
It's
That's done
automatic.
at purchase. Yep. It's
It's
automatic.
all in the SaaS configurator.
Yep.
You're using the SaaS configurator?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So that's a part of the 497 plan. I'm on the 297, so I guess my option would be to, as soon as someone purchases, just either I do it or I create
Install
a
it.
ticket to have someone else. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. I'm all set. Thank you.
No worries. There's all
Hmm.
tricky ways of doing it as well, which I'm learning, which Mike would talk us through. Mike's a bit of a coder and all of that sort of thing, so he'd talk us through all of that, but it gets boring after a while. Jackie,
Yeah, hi. We've got one for the pet for you both. So We're currently a sub account under somebody else's agency for our main brand, the Office Genie. And this is about the review AI side of things. So the Office Genie's got reviews coming in. We're using the AI to respond to that. With us setting Jasmine up, and obviously the review AI comes as part of that with the Extendly side of things. We've only got one Google Business Place. So do we move it across to Jasmine and use it that side, or we leave it as the Office Genie, which Jasmine is part of the Office Genie.
Yeah.
It's one of our services because obviously we're call handling, so we're offering the AI side. And it's a conversation we've been having all day here today in terms of best practice, which would be better for us, or doesn't it matter?
So your main brand is the Office Genie. When people Google you, they're looking for the Office Genie?
At the moment, because Jasmine is only just launching.
And Jasmine's going to be using is a separate business to the Office Genie, or
it's not a separate business in its own right. It's a separate agency and sub account, and it's what we're using to sell GoHighLevel and the AI side. Adam, if you want to hop in at all, is my business partner. He can talk as well. But yes, Jasmine is going to be the CRM, the AI side. But when they want to overflow to live call handling, they'll overflow to the Office Genie because we've still got the human call handling as a hybrid offering from Jasmine. And then we'll still have clients who are on full call handling support with us. So it's really, do we leave everything under the Office Genie and set Jasmine up and just leave it switched off for auto responses? Because the reviews will all come into the one place. At the moment, the Office Genie is an established 20-year-old business, but we don't get many reviews. The idea is hopefully we're going to build Jasmine hopefully quite quickly, so we'll start getting people in and hopefully getting reviews. So do we switch it, or doesn't it matter?
Do you want to go? I would. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I would be looking at you've got a 20-year-old business and you've got domain reputation and all of that sort of thing to look at. You don't want to throw that away. I would almost be looking at, Jasmine at the Office Genie, like setting up an email address or something along those lines for an auto reply and things like that. Your Google My Business would probably stay the same, the Office Genie, but you could bring in Jasmine as your AI virtual receptionist and all of that sort of thing and start crossing it over that way. They were my first thoughts. Charles, anything to?
Yeah, I think what I would do is almost treat this. I mean, it sounds more like a department within your business. So if you think of like a dealership, it sounds like, sales department is your call answering service, and then you've got the service department that is the software. I would set up a Google Business profile and locate it inside of your parent company. So now this is a big part of this. If you don't want it to screw up your Google My Business, you need to make sure that you're marking it as located inside of your other business, because it's going to have the same address. But and that way they kind of get managed together in a sense. So if people are looking for your CRM side, they're going to find that, but it's going to be within the parent company. I mean, I would just leave. I'm with Steven. I would not mess with that. If you've had that Google Business listing, I'm sure for several years, whether it's getting reviews or not, doesn't really matter if it's been there that long. I would just create it as a department within that Google Business profile. That's what I would do. And that way so you would create the new Google Business profile. So you would go into the manager where you can see all your locations in the list. And you would add a new location. And when you go to select the address, you will search for your current business, and it will give you the option to put this, is this inside of this business? Almost like a department. I would hierarchy it as a department within your parent company.
And then do you put it on the Office Genie's AI auto response, or would you put it on Jasmine's, because they're two?
I would keep it on Jasmine's.
So you put
The
it
parent company
on
or
the Office Genie. Yeah.
Office Genie. Sorry,
Yeah.
you got to flip backwards.
The,
But
the
yeah,
parent.
I would keep it on the parent company. Hey,
So
we're glad to hear, you're having a great experience with, because it's all you're
it's part of, yeah.
the old the parent company is going to naturally get more traffic on Google Business Profile than the new business profile that you're putting on there. There's going to be more backlinks out there. It's going to have more domain authority. I would leverage that as much as possible, because also it'll strengthen the reputation of your new business, because it's like, oh well, this may be new, but shoot, these guys have been in business for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that says a lot, and that's why, again, I would structure the Google Business Profiles as it being almost as a department. If you're
Super.
doing like a dealership or something where you put parts, sales, service, it's all part of
Yeah.
one business,
Yeah.
but they do each have their own listing technically.
Okay, brilliant.
You can tell that Charles said the same thing as me, but took 15 minutes to say. You can tell he charges by the hour. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
All
Thank
good.
you.
All
Thank you
good.
both. Thank you very much, both of you.
That's
Gotta
okay.
make sure you feel like you're getting your money's worth,
Always with you on, Charles. Always. You certainly caused me a few tickets on the go.
But I had a similar business this morning that I was speaking to, and they've got their main brand, but they've got brands that are sort of semi-recognized and all of that sort of thing. And he's doing a lot of lead generation and things like that. We decided that you keep the main brand, and then it's like HVAC and solar by that company, and away we go. So keeping that main brand, I think, and you've been around for 20 years, you want to keep building on that.
Thank you, guys.
That's okay. Anything else to talk about, guys? Anyone before I start throwing in vibe coding stuff? I keep threatening with that, Mike.
I do actually have a question, but it's not directly related to HighLevel or Extendly, but I'm very intrigued to know what Charles's camera setup is, because that looks incredibly professional with the background blurred and you're very in focus.
He's good, yeah. And when you speak, you got your border around you as well, Charles.
Yeah. So I use Ecamm. So I've got Insta360 Link 2C. For a camera, I use the Elgato teleprompter. That way I can actually look at the people I'm talking to. And then I use Ecamm.
Thank you.
Yeah. And is there a special Zoom background?
It's all done in Ecamm.
Okay.
So every like the border and everything you see is all done in Ecamm.
That's pretty cool. Ecamm sounds like something I could have. I'm just wondering if I need to get another boat to move around if I get all of that gear.
It's Ecamm is for Mac only, so it's only for Macs, no Windows. OBS Studio would be the free version of Ecamm, I guess you could say, the free alternative, and it works with Windows. So much more of a learning curve on OBS than Ecamm, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
so it's free.
I started playing around with OBS a bit, and it's like you say, a learning curve, but it can look pretty cool. But
and this is all green screen.
I see. I was going to say the focusing looks on point, but the answer to that is it's a green screen.
Yep.
Yeah. You can get the
so
little green. Sorry.
It's just a studio image, and in Ecamm you're able to set the blur level, so that way you can create that separation between the background and yourself.
It looks very natural. It looks like you're sat in that room.
Yeah, thanks. My whole corner is green screen. So, and then I've got 2 key lights up here, and then I've got some backfill lights. But yeah, it's just I sit on Zoom all day long, so
Yeah. I was going to say, no wonder you sit on Zoom all day long because you can show off your setup there.
So,
So who's winding down for the year and who's planning for next year? What are we attacking next year? Has anybody got put in all their business plans for 2026? Q1 and all of that sort of thing. I'm coming up with all of those at the moment. It's giving me a headache. No, Jackie, you're shaking your head. You're not winding down. You're not planning yet.
Not winding down at all. No, still busy trying to get Jasmine off the ground.
Yeah.
Run us for our time of year. Even though calls drop down, we have to change lots of programming for customers because they want Christmas messages. They're telling us they're away, so we have to do temporary actions on their call answering software and all this side of things. So in terms of programming for us, it's the busiest time. In terms of call volumes, it's the quietest time, but makes a lot more work for us. So on top of myself and Adam trying to get Jasmine off the ground at the same time.
So what does the Office Genie do? It sounds like you're answering phones, you're doing things for businesses.
Absolutely. So we do specialize on salons and clinics, but we also do a lot of other different types of business. So 1 minute somebody's ringing up wanting a Botox appointment. The next minute they're trying to get some concrete blocks to stop the travelers getting onto site. The next minute they're going kayaking in the New Forest. So anything from a basic message, but what we specialize in is the call bookings and the handling of the full reception service, transferring calls out if people want that. And if they need the extra support, so email management, handling their inbound inquiries from the web inquiries, the emails, customer service type calls. One of the things we've been doing this week is there's a driving instructor trying to claim his franchise are not providing him leads, so we're now ringing up all the leads to see if he actually contacted them. Because there's a legal case potentially going through, so they need evidence that, well, actually he didn't do what he's supposed to. Things like that.
I think I know the answer to that.
Which is?
Well, it's the same for everyone, isn't it? The leads come in and they're not followed up with very well, and everyone pushes the blame back uphill, don't they?
Yeah. But they've never even heard of the guy. He didn't make the initial call. It's not like he couldn't get hold of them or anything. So yes, it gives us a bit of variety. Some calls, they're only a couple of minutes long. Other calls, we're on the phone 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on what the call is. But we're not sales. We're not tech support. We might do, somebody might ask us a basic, their PC's not working, and we then forward it on to the right people.
So Kelly, you're embracing AI and all that sort of thing. Are you embracing AI to do more of your duties? Because it sounds like what you're telling me, AI can do a lot of it. It's just a matter of how much your clients would let AI do.
Well, hopefully the current clients aren't going to all jump straight away. We need to be building on new clients to balance out what we've got. We have just lost our biggest client who had 7 estate agencies to AI. Whilst we were reviewing and what we were doing, so it was a bit of a disappointing time that they wouldn't wait for us. But they're obviously not using a good service because we've tested the AI and it's pants.
A lot of it is. It's almost there. There's good stuff and there's average stuff and there's really, really bad stuff. But yeah.
So for us, AI alongside, so bringing in new clients, hopefully a lot of them won't need the extra support from that side, but that's what Extendly is for. My ideal is the hybrid model where they get the overflow to real, because a lot of AI offerings out there at the moment are AI only. So you're still stuck, but the number of times that I'm talking to a live chat bot that I want a human, people just don't get the responses they want, or it's frustrating. You go around in circles.
And is most of your market the English market, is it, Jackie?
It's all UK,
Because I do find that over in the UK, I've got a friend that's in the dental niche, and they won't use AI. They won't even entertain the need of AI. They won't even use offshore people to make the calls and call centres or anything like that. So
UK is quite a way behind others at the moment. I've got a lot of clients saying they don't want me to even think about AI even for 24/7. But I've got to be there at the front. I can't be the last one there and lose everything.
yeah, you've got to have that offering there for those people that need it, because eventually they're going to start coming around, aren't they?
And there are people that are the early adopters that are already going on to it. As I say, the estate agent. And there's a lot of advertising certainly going through on Facebook at the moment for the cheap AIs, the £17, $17 a month, $7 a month, and that's like your voice AI bit only with no support and everything else. But that's why for us, myself and Adam, we need to make this a proper setup. We're not doing a cheap and cheerful, it's a full service, and we've got the humans on the end of it for those who do need the support still.
Yeah. And Mike, just asking you, Mike, I know you're in the UK as well, and I know you're in the AI space. Do you find that with UK companies as well?
I think I'm probably in a slightly different position to Jackie, where we're speaking to people who have kind of already crossed that barrier to wanting to implement it. And I think it's the way you communicate it around, because people are very resistant to the whole not being able to speak to a person.
Yeah,
I completely get that. And I think it's trying to pitch it in the way that you're not trying to pull the wool over someone's eyes, and actually it's there to help or speed up the process, be it the information that someone can get, as in the end person speaking to the AI. I can get some information that I just want really quickly and easily. I don't have to wait for someone to be online to send me that information. But if I want to speak to a real person, that transition should be really easy. If you're putting the AI in front of people and stopping them from doing anything else, I think that's where the real frustrations come in.
So if anybody needs real humans after they've used their AI side, give us a shout.
and there's a good service. I know people that are doing that in the UK, and it's I've only been in the UK for almost a year, and I'm really finding a big resistance to voice AI and conversational AI and all of that sort of thing.
Well, I am. I don't want to do it. I haven't got a choice though from a business. Adam will tell you he's dragging me there kicking and screaming.
We are dragging literally kicking and screaming.
I think the best use case is the voice agent in place of a voicemail. If someone doesn't pick the phone up and it goes through to an AI agent, I think you're going to get the information that you wanted as an end user, and it's going to be way better than leaving a message.
And for the out of hours as well, absolutely. But even then, I mean, as I say, I've been doing this 20 years, and the number of people who don't care about using a voicemail still or an answer phone, they still just don't care about missed business. They just don't get it at times, and you can only lead a horse to water, can't you? So
I'd love to have a problem where I don't care about leads.
Oh, they don't get it. A lot of the small trades, the one-man bands, I'm earning my income, that's all that matters sort of thing. I can't take on anymore. I don't want staff. They don't want to grow sort of people. It's about, okay, we're here to help if you want to, but if you're looking at growing a business, you need a proper service.
So if you're
AI,
what are you using for your operator side of your business? So you're taking live calls, right?
I've got a team in the office.
So what are you using to, if you send me into HighLevel and I transfer from AI into you, they want to talk to a live human, they transfer into you. What are you using to manage the call notes? And
we've got a full call answering software. So we take the details, it goes through the system. They get an email, they get a text, depending on what they want. We've got access to all their calendars, so we do live bookings.
All their calendars in HighLevel, or
no, none of it's in HighLevel.
Oh, okay, I got you.
For our own business, we use HighLevel to manage our business for the sales and marketing, but the call answering side doesn't go through it at all.
I gotcha. Okay.
Could it handle it from what you know of HighLevel? Is it no? I'd say it's
it couldn't.
I was thinking
it might be more now, but
the Eliza platform was built for call centers and is a HighLevel product.
I've seen something about it. I don't know what it is though.
Yeah, Eliza platform is basically you can connect it at it has to be connected at the agency level, but you can connect your, you have an ELISA. So if you're a call center, you have an ELISA account. You can connect to multiple agencies and multiple sub accounts, but you see it all from yours. So if the phone rings, it pulls up that sub account and that contact in that sub account. But it's a very stripped down version of HighLevel. You have your contacts, you have your tags, you have your, like, you can set appointments. It's just what an operator needs, nothing more, nothing less. Notes, you know, FAQ on like how to handle the call, you know, you all that. It's an operator's platform. But that's why I was asking. I didn't know how far, like if you're just using HighLevel for the AI side and that was it, or if you're like selling into HighLevel, and then also tying in your call center. I didn't know how you're tying your call center back into HighLevel.
At the moment, it's totally standalone from GHL.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're not open to looking at options going down the track, but it comes into a full phone system. It distributes the calls. We can see what's waiting, and we can get stats out of it and all that side as well.
Jackie, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well,
yeah, no.
I mean, I've used the same company for sort of 12, 15 years for call answering. That doesn't mean there isn't anything better nowadays. They are a Oxford company here in the UK, but they're international. So I know they're in Australia and America. So they're an established call answering service, but it still has its limitations. So it's possible.
No, I just didn't know. I mean, your core offering is your operator service, right?
For now.
Yeah.
But we expect AI to overtake that. It means I don't have to grow the live team.
Yep.
And I should be able to just stop all the staff headaches.
You could look at 3 options: a missed call, text back, AI answered and qualified, or a human being. Level 1, level 2, level 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charles, and a question for you. I've spoken to a lot of new agencies lately and all of that sort of thing. There's a lot of new agencies with Black Friday and Level Up and all of that sort of thing. And most of my contacts been with the new agencies. How is AI going over in the States? Because I'm just starting to see the results from Extendly's offer and how they're using AI, but it's been around for a year and a bit now. Quick adopters, early adopters?
Yeah, I mean, it's very little pushback. I mean, you're going to have segments of the market. I mean, there's certain segments that are taking the AI push and using it to their advantage on the non-AI side. You know, you'll see a lot of advertising around, you know, you can call us and you'll only talk to a human. And there's always going to be that division. You know, there's some businesses that will ride that train as long as they can. Eventually they'll switch to AI. And these are large, you know, large companies. These aren't small companies, but
yeah,
for the most part, I mean, your small companies are local businesses. They're all for it. I mean, it's just it's money back in their pocket. That's the biggest thing. It's one less person they have to hire. It's more, you know, more potential business, better customer satisfaction in the sense that at least someone's answering the phone. I think where I start to see a lot of pushback, and this is the difference between looking at things from an agency standpoint and thinking you know what what the business needs, and being a business owner and understanding your customer. The thought that you need to emulate and act as much like a human and sound as much like a human and, you know, be perceived as a human is not going over well. Agencies love the idea of it. However, the actual business owners, the actual customers do not like it. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is powered by AI. You know, we want to make sure that we're able to answer your questions, but rest assured, you can ask to speak to a human at any time. You need to give people an exit. And the agencies that are setting their AIs up to where there's that easy exit for customers, if they want to take that, those are the ones I see doing the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's just transparency, and people love transparency.
Well,
They
even from the
get it,
human
you know.
side, yeah, even from our side, though, as humans, if they work out we're an answering service, they still don't want to talk to us sometimes. They want the actual company. So it's exactly the same thing.
It is.
If somebody asks us outright, we won't pretend that we're the company that they're calling. And AI is the same. There's so many out there that the AIs are pretending to be human, and they're just not up to scratch, and it's making a mockery of it. Good AI.
You're never going to make. There isn't an AI system out there that can totally fool someone. I don't care how good it is. It may fool some people, but it's not going to fool everyone. And people are okay with change, and they're okay with, businesses doing things. They understand business has to evolve and things evolve over time. They didn't like that, when Verizon, did away with flip phones for a while. There was a lot of people that didn't like it, and they didn't like that they had to get a smartphone. But guess what? They did. Verizon extended it out as much as they can, and then they ended up bringing back a flip phone. But you just need to create that exit path. Let them make the transition as easily, because you're not just transitioning the business, you're transitioning all the customers that work with that business. Now, if they're used to calling into that business a couple times a week, that's a big change in their routine. And so you just need to give them that quick and easy exit. But we've got several customers in the UK. We haven't had really any pushback. We've got some big e-commerce companies on your side of the pond that are doing great with AI. They're using it mostly on the conversational. Most of the e-com don't do phone. They're just doing conversational, so it works well. But yeah, haven't really seen much pushback. I think it's more of just the people I see struggle with it most on the agency side are the ones that tend to overcomplicate it. Just keep it simple. Your solution is your solution. Don't go in and say, okay, I got all this in my back pocket. Walk into a business. What's your problem? Okay, let me get this out. Okay, well, let me take this piece and this piece and this piece. Okay, here's your solution. They're not going to trust you. It's just not going to work out. Your implementation, your onboarding, it's all going to be a disaster if you sit there and puzzle piece it together every single time. And I tell people that all the time. And it's especially easy to do with AI. Just create your offer. Walk in and say, this is the problem we solve. If this is the problem you have, this is our solution. This is what we do day in, day out. People trust that. And then you can get in, get out, move on to the next one. That's the real nice part about it, is that once you nail down that offer, you productize it. And you can easily say what your offer is and have them actually understand it. You're just going to make that many more sales.
With the conversational AI, is that the same information that you load up as you would for the phone side, or do you have different information in different knowledge banks and stuff like that?
It can be the same knowledge base.
Okay.
Yeah,
or you can set
it
them
can
up
be the same knowledge base. Yeah, but whatever, pick your poison. If you're just doing a receptionist style voice AI bot and then you're doing conversation, you could use the same knowledge base. Yeah.
You're making me think back to when I was 21 and in my first business, which was 31 years ago now, showing my age, and thinking of how far, how much has AI helped us. And I remember Telstra in Australia used to have a mobile phone answering service, and it used to cost me 50 cents for a real human being to pick that phone up, answer it, talk to them, and send me a message. I think it costs me more now to get that done via AI than it did back in the day, 33 years ago now. So, is it that big an advancement? Jackie will have more experience with that. You'll appreciate what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got clients that are only paying us 100, 150 pounds a month. They're not going to want to pay 300 pounds for the AI. And if they're only looking at the AI for the out of hours as an additional, they're not going to want to pay our rate or unlikely to want to pay our rates on top of the AI pricing as well. So we've got to work out who we're looking at the bigger companies from that respect, because they're not going to pay 150 plus the 300 to have all the AI package, not when they're only maybe getting a couple of calls at night a week, but they want that 24/7 support. But then if they're a service that needs 24/7, like a IT company who's doing breakdowns and things like that, that one call in a month is godsend to be answered, so they'll pay it.
Well, all of the AI things are a pay per use as well, so you could actually charge as they use them as well. Charge a good setup fee because it's going to take some time and resources to set it all up. But charge them £1 for every call in and every call out, or whatever it may be, because that's how HighLevel can charge you. You don't have to be on the $97 a month unlimited AI and all of that sort of thing for those smaller businesses.
Yeah, that's something to look at maybe further down the track. We're trying to follow what Biant's teaching and just stick to the one thing at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, we sell it for, so with the unlimited AI, we sell it at $397. So $297, £298, and we have no problem with it.
But that's just
and they're
AI.
not big.
Well,
we give them the whole platform.
Sorry, I meant that's not human as well, though, is it? So you're only selling them the one service. I wouldn't be able to offer them live call handling in that price.
Yeah. Well, no, it's two totally different animals.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put it together.
Yeah.
So our HighLevel offer, I mean, we don't change prices based on where they're located. So sorry if your conversion is worse than others, but Canadians don't like us as much as the UK, because UK has a better, their pound's a little bit better than Canadian dollar, but they end up paying $297, $298 pounds, and they're happy with it. They get the platform, they get the unlimited AI. So
you give them the AI on top of all the CRM side for no extra.
We always get the entire platform. Okay. Every single account. But we don't go any lower than $297. That's just for the platform and pay per use, like Steven Tann was talking about.
Right. Okay.
So every single customer gets the same exact thing, same exact snapshot, same exact onboarding. They all get the small business snapshot. The only difference in the AI offering is installing the Extendly AI from the marketplace, and there's your receptionist and everything, but everything still piggybacks off the small business.
So you'd wrap it WhatsApp included in that as well. You wouldn't charge extra for your WhatsApp. No. You throw that in as well.
No, okay. WhatsApp is an add-on.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep. But you'd be surprised. I think we only have one of our European clients on WhatsApp. They're all using regular phone and SMS.
Unusual.
Okay.
It's huge over here, Charles. Everybody's got every man.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're sending text messages and making phone calls, so.
Yeah, they don't want to pay here in the UK though. It's free on WhatsApp.
These are UK customers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've got more people in the US that are signed up for WhatsApp than I do in the UK, which is weird, but whatever.
That is really weird.
But yeah, we charge $15 a month for the WhatsApp, plus usage for whatever it is. So it's an in-app sale.
It's a pain in the butt to set up the WhatsApp. You've got to get approval for every message that you send out, and then they change the rules, and you've got to get approval again. And I had some messages, they were already registered messages. I had to re-register, and they took 3 weeks to approve them again, and then they put them under marketing. So dealing with Facebook is so much fun.
Yeah, Meta just keep changing the rules.
Yeah. Todd, go for it, buddy.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Good, mate. Yourself?
My question's about, I have a prospect who was asking me about if they had a customer call in, how we'd be able to connect it so that a ticket could be created in the Jira system.
in another system. So is there an
Jira, JIRA? It's a ticketing system.
Yeah, yep, gotcha.
Popular.
Yep. Is there a strong API connection with Jira? Have you checked the app marketplace?
I did a quick look, and I did see there was somebody was selling a flow for Jira.
Yep.
Now I don't know enough yet to be able to, make that decision whether or not the capability is there or not. I'm kind of questioning you guys about your thought about how to handle when somebody's looking to do something along those lines. So far, what I told them is I'd have to get back to them. Anything outside the integration that's already there, we have a marketplace that has workflows available, but that might be something that would need additional development,
Yeah.
and I'd get back to them. So I'm just your thought on the
Absolutely.
connections for a third party thing like that for basically they want to be able to have their ticketing system tied in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that was a great answer you gave your prospect there, Todd, was you need to look into it. And I'm just looking on the marketplace in here, and there is one built, Jira for workflows and Jira Action for workflows. What I would do is create a sub account, test it out, see if it works, and then look at buying that. I know Jira for Workflows is actually built by a good friend of mine who I was drinking beer with on Monday night, Rupert Samuel. And if you had any questions, I could give you his details to reach out. But
that'd be great.
Absolutely, yeah. Test it out, Todd. Go in, set up a sub account, put it in, install it into a sub account. It's as easy to uninstall it as it is to install it. And if you click on here, it'll give you all the actions that it can do. There's video walkthroughs. It's doing group management, project category management, issue management, and all of that sort of thing. And a lot of these are pay per execution as well that you can also rebill on, Todd. So if Rupert's charging you a penny an execution for argument's sake, you can charge your client 2 pennies. So make a penny every time they use that app as well. So it's another revenue generation stream for your agency.
Right. Yeah, you have a good thought there about actually contacting the person who has this app available. They'd probably be able to provide more guidance regarding the integration.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd check this out. Like I said, Rupert is the biggest app developer on the marketplace. We developed the most downloaded one at Extendly, and it's still a sore point as of Monday. But the reviews down here are honest reviews as well. I don't know either of these people, so he hasn't paid for those. But put it in and give it a go and install it and play with it. Go through the onboarding process of trying that app out and see if it is going to solve the problems that your client has. And then you do have a solution.
Yeah, I mean, I only got this request 15 minutes ago, so I haven't really had time to look into it much. But while we're on the coaching call, I figured perfect time to ask that type of thing.
Yes.
And if no one else is really waiting, I have one other question that could probably help everybody out regarding the knowledge base. So if a customer doesn't really have, say they use an external knowledge base themselves, right? So they don't own it, they don't have edit ability to it, but they use that to answer questions for their customers. Now, the customers ask me, how would they go about having a knowledge base available for the voice AI agent where they can use like the same knowledge base they're currently using, or have a way to edit parts of that knowledge base and have it in my system. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm wearing the t-shirt, so I can't give it. I can't say it. Jira is coming native to HighLevel as well, Todd. So there is a native application coming as well. Charles just put that in there. But to clarify, Todd, you're looking at using a knowledge base that's white labeled that you can add articles to and things like that. Did I get that correct, mate?
So they're already using somebody else's knowledge base for answering their questions to their customers. So now if they're using my system and they want their voice AI to answer questions as if they were would have been doing it, right? They have to have the same knowledge base, right? That they're going from. But I'm thinking it's more like a third part. I don't think this our system's really designed to um, copy and paste and import another knowledge base and then edit it.
I'm not sure. Mike, Charles, do you guys know that when you're creating a snapshot, is the knowledge base imported with the AI agents? Is that
I think
imported yet?
you can select it as part of creating a snapshot, I believe.
Yeah. So there you go, Todd. You can just move it to another agency. You can move it to
So
another.
they'd be able to they could scrape and download whatever URL they want to pick, and then they can edit it after that.
Are you saying that they have a current knowledge base on some other platform that you're wanting to bring that entire knowledge base into the knowledge base of HighLevel?
Right. That's correct. That's what they were insinuating they wanted to do.
So they could use depending on how big this knowledge base is. Do you have any idea how big their knowledge base is?
No, I ain't get that deep into it yet. I let them know that I would try and gather some information and get back to them.
Technically, you can't import the knowledge base and edit it per se. Now you could like export it as markdown docs or PDFs or what, it depends on the knowledge base that they're working in. There's a lot of unknowns here. So if depending on how they can export it, you could import it into the knowledge library, but there's no editing in the knowledge library itself. As far as like information, they could also leave their knowledge base where it's at and use the URL scraper in the knowledge base to scrape that
to point to it.
Knowledge base.
When it's and when it scrapes it, is that whole whatever it's scraping actually downloaded? Is it still pointing to the external site?
It's still pointing.
Well, so yeah, it's kind of a mix between the two. It pulls in the framework, but it'll still go back for some details, but it's pulling in most of the data internally to the knowledge base. However, you would want to set it up depending on how often they update these articles in their knowledge base. You would have to set the rescraping. Like, do you want it to rescrape every day, every week, once a month? And the knowledge base will automatically rescrape those URLs. But it really depends on how big this knowledge base is. If we're talking like high-level knowledge base big, I would highly recommend not connecting that to the knowledge base because it's just too much
slow everything down.
Well, not slow it down. You'll get information that is not correct. It'll by all intent and purpose, it may be correct, technically speaking, but like in HighLevel, there's articles that if you don't understand the full context of the full article, you would say they contradict each other. And that's what you'll end up with if you load that big of a knowledge base into an AI, is that it just can't can't process it all fast enough to be able to give you an answer in a reasonable amount of time. People tried doing this constantly when conversation and knowledge bases first came out. Oh my God, the amount of people that tried to put the whole freaking HighLevel knowledge base in there, and wonder why it didn't work, was astonishing. It's
Yeah,
just
well,
too
right
much
off
data.
it didn't. Right off it didn't. That's why I was asking. I actually thought it would be a bad idea to try and download too much. I mean, I have more information I have to find out from the customer, but I at least wanted to have a general idea since I'm new to this. So
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely limitations to a certain extent. You just need to find out more information. What are they currently using to house their knowledge base? How big is their knowledge base, and what are they hoping to actually accomplish? If you can come back with those three things, we can probably give you a much better direction to go in. If they're on Gitbook, well, good God, there's a million things you can do with Gitbook to improve their you know, inner knowledge of, their articles, and make
yeah,
and simplify things.
the way they
Right.
explain is they don't have their own internal knowledge base already, and they're using external information to help them answer questions. So, um,
And is that in the
Hmm.
GHL space or is it outside of GHL?
say it one more time.
Oh, so is it for a GoHighLevel knowledge base, is it, or is it's for another company external from that?
Oh no, completely nothing to do
Outside.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know,
it's
but you
outside.
guys gave me a lot of good information to get things rolling. So, and I like the fact that Jira is coming native, so that's helpful.
Yeah,
And I don't know, I noticed, Stephen, if you put the contact information in, that would be great. I'll try and see if I can get additional information from the, the person who currently has the workflow available online.
yeah. It was there. Todd, just go into the marketplace. It's free to download and test. So test it
Okay.
out, see if you like it. Go through the onboarding. And if you have any problems, just reach out to me. I'm at Steven at Get Extended. You'll come onto one of these calls. And
Great.
I'll hot tile Rupert into the hot seat here, and we can fire some questions at him.
Just one
Okay.
little tip on the Jira thing. So when you install it, it creates a custom menu item. So just check in there about the credentials to link it up to Jira.
Okay. Thanks for the tip.
No worries.
Anybody with anything else? No. Charles, anything you want to talk about?
I guess I'll share if people weren't able to attend yesterday. Let me see if I can find
Question.
this link. So yesterday it was very impromptu, but I felt it needed to be talked about. I did a quick kind of 20-minute presentation on phishing, the current phishing scam that was going on. And in this, if you don't know what the heck phishing is or how these security leaks work or things like that, I basically explain how it works. Adam was there. And I provided some resources as well at the end. A Google Doc where there's communication in there that you could use to send to your customers. There's HighLevel, video, HighLevel, PDF, and email template, so that you could communicate with your clients as to what was going on. So if they experience that. So yeah, just check that out.
Fantastic. Thank you. Hina. Hina, you got your hand up?
Yes, hi, thank you.
Hello.
Hey, um, my question is, I noticed my extendedly done from you what label webinar date is December 25th. Well,
Ooh.
but it doesn't make sense because that's Christmas Day
We
normally.
work around the clock to please our clients, Hina.
But that's not for me. I
Yeah.
choose January 15th. So how could Todd
Just
fix?
just reply to that email, and that will go to the people that are organising it and say, "Hey, December the 25th doesn't suit me. Can I change that date?" And they will get you to change that date.
That sounds
There,
good.
there was an error that happened with that automation. That's why you're seeing that day. Not everybody got this. A handful of people did. All you need to do is go into your course. go to fill out the form. Just fill out the form again. Put all your information in, pick your date for the webinar, and that's all you need to do, and it'll fix it. So you'll
Okay.
pick January, just like you picked your date before in the course.
Right.
You'll do the same, just do the same thing again. That's what Zach K is advising.
And it will take 1 day to reflect it after if I fill it out after our call today.
Yeah, it should reflect it pretty much instantly. If you fill it out in the course and all that sort of thing, you should receive email notifications straight away, Ina.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Unless you want to do it on Christmas Day.
I don't. I was so surprised today. I thought it's a template, and then I suddenly think, oh, maybe I should let them know because they might make it real. Oh, right.
No, it happened to a few people that had picked dates. It mostly happened to people that hadn't picked dates.
I picked the
Yet.
date. I picked the
So,
date.
but yeah, just fill out the form again. It'll get it fixed. Not a big deal.
Okay, that sounds good. And also another one is the webinar link. So I created a normal Zoom meeting link. Is that okay? Is that okay?
I think I'll allow you to do it on Zoom meeting. I don't see why not. It's harder to track who's showing up and all of that sort of thing, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work on a normal Zoom meeting as well. Yeah, Charles, did I say the right things?
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter what platform you're using or how you're like Zoom meeting link is fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah, my question is, shall I create a normal Zoom meeting link or a Zoom webinar link? Like they only see presentations.
Yeah. Are you using Zoom? Are you paying for Zoom webinar already, Hina?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, then don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it. You don't have to. You can use a regular Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
The one thing that you would probably want to do is you would want to, I'll share my screen real quick. This will make it a little bit easier. So when you go into, you'll have to do this on the web browser. When you go into, let me go back here. When you log in, you're going to go to meetings, okay? And you're going to schedule a meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reason I say do this is because you can set to where, okay, audio participants, we want their video off to show up, to begin with. You can set some of these permissions, and that way it's just already set, and you don't have to worry about doing it when the call is starting. Make sense?
This case, like at the bottom.
I mean, I would do automatically record on the local computer just in case something happens with the cloud. Turn on Q&A, mute participants upon entry, most definitely. Allow to join anytime. And then, I mean, that's probably it. Video host on, participant off. Allow both. Automatically start AI companion. That's probably not a bad thing to turn on. So that way if someone jumps in late, they can catch up. And then make sure you do generate automatically, not your personal meeting ID. But I think they go over this in the course, like setting up a Zoom room. Pretty sure.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I've seen that.
I do this because I would never want it, like my Zoom room I use for a lot of other things, and so I wouldn't want all those people that came to the webinar to have the link to my Zoom room that they could jump in at any time. So
that's good. Good idea.
That's part of it. Absolutely. And it's just a lot of little check boxes to have to try to check when you're trying to start the meeting.
Right.
But yeah. Don't worry too much about it.
Sounds good. Very helpful. And I did a test email to myself. I registered myself, and I received the confirmation that you are in for the webinar. And Thank you. Yeah, and then it shows that this is your Zoom link, and then it doesn't have a button to see add to calendar, so that's not very helpful. And so how to give them the option to click this button that it will add to calendar so they can save it.
It sounds like an error. It's not populating when it's going through too fast. Is that happening through the snapshot, is it, Hina, or?
The email confirmation just offered a link. Like when they click the link, it's the direct Zoom URL, but there's no calendar that they can add to their calendar.
And that email's coming from your HighLevel as a confirmation or from Zoom?
From HighLevel.
From HighLevel. Okay, it looks like they might be just missing that link in there somehow. With most things in HighLevel, I'd give it another try. If I was you, sometimes it populates too fast and it doesn't come through with that add to calendar. And also check the email template that it has got an add to calendar link in there as well. And if you're still having trouble, just reach out. You've got through your training in your course, you've got a link to the chat support and all of that sort of thing. That'll get you onto the right person to get on a call and have a look.
Will the check like the extended chat support help me resolve this?
Absolutely. That's exactly what they're there for, Hina.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Sorry, can't be more help without seeing it.
Yeah, I feel they didn't add this in the snapshot.
I'm not sure, Hina. I haven't seen the latest version of the snapshot. And if it's not there, please bring it up with support and ask them. And if it needs to be added, we will add it and update it for everybody.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Khalid, quickly, mate.
Yeah.
Hello, my friend.
Yeah, hi, how you doing? It was just on the Zoom webinar thing. Am I right that the meeting configuration only limits you to 100 people, right?
Depending on your Zoom plan, I think it is. I think it's what's the standard? Charles is on Zoom all the time. I remember the standard plan used to be 25 or 50 people in the room at one time on a standard Zoom plan, and then you can expand the rooms.
Yeah, the basic, well, you'd have to be on Pro, because the basic free is just 40 minutes. Minimum, you would have to be on Pro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
That's 100. Now I do the business. You used to have 20 or 10 licenses. You used to have to buy 10 licenses to be able to get the business plan. Zoom did away with that in most regions. So you can get an individual license of the business plan. It's $5 more a month if you're doing monthly, but that gets you up to 300 participants. You get all the features of the scheduler, whiteboard, all the like managed domains and everything else. But 100 participants per meeting, you'll have enough for your webinar.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great plan. I remember there used to be somebody used to be able to go through on a third party and get the webinar features for free, but they can that.
Yeah.
But folks, I got to free up this link for other people to use it. Thanks again for joining me. I hope I don't waste anybody's time having a bit of fun and all that sort of thing. Thanks to Charles for showing up again, and hopefully I'll see you all next week. Cheers, guys. Take care. See you, Charles. Thank you.